Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to OLC TV for some more Total War 3 Kingdoms, the new Fates Divided DLC with our first Let's Play, as of course, Cao Cao. Yuan Shao campaigns against Cao Cao. Cao Cao has the Emperor, as we can see on this map. Here, Cao Cao has the Emperor, he has been betrayed by Liu Bei, he has a rebellion in Runan led by Gong Du. He is facing a grave threat in general from Yuan Shao's allies, which also include Liu Bei and Gong Du. Things are not looking good for him, and it's a fight he must win, or he and his family will be put to the sword. It's an incredible start date. Cao Cao in this has a lot of upgrades. I do go through it in my faction preview, but I will do a similar detailed explanation in this campaign as well, though I won't be fitting it all into one episode. He starts off with Xiahou Dun, Xiahou Yuan, Xunyu, Tauren, finally with his unique portrait and unique aspects to his character. He of course has many other characters too. Cao Cao's court is unrivaled for the characters and the power it can create. There are new faction mechanics which we will look into, and of course Cao Cao himself, his background has updated for this new start date. In the years since the tyrant's demise, Cao Cao has wisely moved from strength to strength. With the emperor now in his custody, all of China would seem to be laid before him, ripe for the taking. Still, he moves carefully. Yuan Shao holds the lands north of the Yellow River, and has thus far been appeased. However, the ambitious warlord will surely seek to supplant Cao Cao and liberate the emperor. War is all but inevitable, thus Cao Cao must make his next move the best. Yes, he has to face Yuan Shao. Yuan Shao is coming straight for him nearby Puyang and is pushing directly for his capital. Cao Cao's main army is elsewhere. He has left small garrisons to guard across the river, led by extremely competent generals. It is a great time to play this Three Kingdoms game. Now, as far as my settings go, this is what I am doing here. Campaign difficulty very hard, battle difficulty legendary, battle realism mode, no battle time limit. Autosave. I'm not doing timeless characters. I think it makes the game too easy if your main characters don't die. you want to be developing your characters, I think, throughout this game. And yeah, all of this. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get into the game.
时势造英雄，然英雄与奸雄，仅一线之隔。纵是天纵之才，孤掌亦将难鸣，只可为一时之杰。人尽适则，自然之理。但智者当知晓，何时应搁置野心，共图大业。弱肉强食尽，分道扬镳时，生死存亡之局拉开帷幕，中焉之战，唯有一人能笑到最后。主公，您乃护龙近臣，统领着广阔疆域，却也引来众多诸侯觊觎。这些贪婪之辈，妄图将主公取而代之，以后其事。袁绍是眼前最大的威胁，他已统合河北，手下大将颜良与文丑忠心耿耿，阻挠我军北上。但他手下的其他将领或许 不会拒绝您的招揽。刘备与其结义兄弟曾与主公结盟，如今却投向袁绍，主公当领军平之。袁绍还将黄巾军残部收入帐中，我方边境不胜其扰。此等逆贼虽不成气候，但需斩草除根。主公，您不可懈怠，否则天下将再无宁日。覆灭所有的敌人，一统天下，还这乱世一片清明吧。
Okay, so here we are. Thank you, advisor. The storm in the north, the inevitable has happened as you knew it would. Your one-time ally, Yuan Shao, has declared you a tyrant and raised his forces against your own. Unfortunately, in the field you are outnumbered, vital supplies are running low, and you are now surrounded by enemies, all looking to topple your power. However, you know this land better than any of them, and if you are able to restrict the fight to your home territory, with superior tactics and good advice, you will surely prevail. So we need to repel Yuan Shao and his allies while mounting a counter-offensive. We have powerful officers, oh boy do we have powerful officers, and we need to use them wisely, and we need to retain hold of the Emperor. The opening move across the Yellow River lies a region of great importance that will aid in establishing a strong battlefront on your enemy's territory. Crossing the river is a bold task, and there will surely be losses as you advance. But the gain from holding regions flanking both sides of the river will allow easy crossing for your forces as the war unravels. You must strike quickly. We already hold Dong Puyang. We need to hold Hene Jiaoge. This is at the crossing. Currently Dong is held by Chongyu and Yujin. But Yuan Shao's main army is at Hene Jiaoge. The Battle of Guan Yu, which is just the best pun this game has ever had. My lord, the Liu Bei has betrayed your rule and sided with the enemy. On your eastern border, his oath-sworn general Guan Yu advances with the will of his traitorous leader's bidding, imbued within the blade. They seek to strike in the midst of chaos, while your gaze is directed upon Yuan Shao. Send a message to the traitors and strike down Guan Yu. So Baby's first battle is against Guan Yu. And then thinning the herd. The enemy's forces advance upon your lands with fire in their hearts. Admirable, but foolish. Their numbers must be cold should you seek to truly weaken the foe. Each defeat they suffer will bring you one step closer to victory. Defeat 5 armies or garrisons and we get money, which is just magnificent. Now, I've discussed the historical accuracy of many of the locations and everything else in the preview video. Sorry, let's just change that. So it's actually north-south. I don't know why it always starts in a weird position. However, we're going to live with what we have. I really don't like the fact that we have Xunyu in this army, not Xunyou. I'm going to be changing stuff like that later on. Xunyu is a very, very good administrator type character that you can have defending. For example, Xunyou is a much better field general. Up here we have Yujin and Chongyu, as I said. Yujin was actually historically here, as was Chongyu, as was Yujin, but Yujin for us has been positioned over here in Tauren's army. This army is not good enough to stand against this force. This force with the new Yanliang, the Xiongnu, and these guys, it's just too much. So we're going to need to reinforce here. We also have 2 armies that cancel each other out here. We have the new Tauren. Oh, doesn't he look magnificent here? No shiny weapon here, but he does have a really cool bow. And he's extremely good in this game now. I love it. I love the fact he's a commander. Decent force here, though a little bit light on archers for my liking. We have Yue Jin, the Lion of Yangping, who should be over here, as I said, but it's good that we have him. He's quite a fighter. And then we have Xu Huang, who is an army in his own right, with the new Qingzhou Assault Infantry. Now, these guys pack a punch. They're unruly. They don't do formations, but they do pack a punch. However, this army is facing off against the new Zhang He, who is really quite talented. The new Wen Chou, who is average, frankly. And Xu You, who's a decent strategist. The good thing here is that these two, Xu You and Zhang He, are pliable. Historically, of course, they would side with Cao Cao, so having them is, in this area, there is potential for major gains here. Up here we have Xiahou Dun, who should actually be down here, but it doesn't matter. He is up here and he's facing Gao Gan. we have actually in the faction ourselves, we have Duji, who was historically the man who was doing what Xiahou is doing here. And I'm tempted to add Duji to this force. Also, I'm tempted to add Zhang Ji, who was the governor of Qingzhou, and a friend of Duji and supported the efforts over here. Actually, Ma Teng came over to support the efforts over here as well. So I'm tempted to put them together as one army, just to keep it relatively historically accurate for the locations. I know definitely going to be breaking this force up at a later date as well. Potentially throwing in Guo Jia or someone in with Tauren. I don't know. Guo Jia and Xunyo should both be with Cao Cao really, but you can only pick 3. So who knows? Maybe Guo Jia can come down here with Xiahou Yuan. And Xiahou Yuan can then stand against Gongdu better because he has problems. Surrounding us, we have Liu Bei, Gongdu, Yuan Shao, and his allies, of course. But we do have some allies. One of them is Chen Dong, who has a war with Sun Ce, which isn't ideal, but can also assist here against Liu Bei. And we have our vassal Jiang Xiu, who historically fought valiantly in this campaign, all the way up to White Wolf Mountain, when eventually he was... he died. He wasn't killed. He died on campaign, much like Guo Jia did. And of course, we have the Bandit Queen herself here. Ancillaries, what do we have this time? We have red hair, of course, because we've just killed Liu Bu. That's quite a cool thing. I'm tempted to give that to Zhang Liao. Don't know about you guys, but seems fitting that Zhang Liao has it, even though Zhang Liao has no position in our armies just yet. We have a Jade Archer and we have a Hardened Iron Shell, so that's for trading because it's absolute pap. Storm in the North, missions issued. Before we have a look at all this stuff, I want to have a look at the court first. We need to arrange a few things here. Now, as far as Prime Minister goes, they are going to want me to have Guo Jia. Can't have him. So, go on. We shall throw Guo Jia in here. That's going to keep him happy. As far as administration goes, we have some serious players here who could do really quite a good job with administration here. Taiyang, industry, commerce, silk, and spice. I wonder, do I actually have... What do we have on the old money-making options for these places? Industry, peasantry. Industry, peasantry, commerce in Dong. Luoyang, industry, peasantry, commerce, Hedong, commerce and industry. Ooh, we can definitely make use of him. Okay, so Taiyang, who should be dead because he's the one who chased Liu Bei and was killed, we're going to give him. So where do we think? Commerce there is a little bit weak. We put him into Hedong though. It's a little bit more balanced. There we go. Then, what do we have? We have Xinyo. Xinyo is commerce pure with a little bit of industry. Xinyo should definitely be given a position. Industry, no. Commerce, it's a little bit weak. Commerce, we've just thrown him in here. Your industry here. Qingzhou. Qingzhou's mostly industry. Luoyang could get more commerce, actually, if we were to grow that. Yingchuan's a little bit... we're going to put you into Luoyang here. And then one more. Jiashu, you're okay. Duji, you're okay. Chu, I get you into Cao Cao's army, my man. That'll sort you out. Tauren, Yujin, these guys are all a little bit unhappy. We've got a lot of people who are just marginally unhappy here. Income from industry. It's got to be Xu Huang. How are you? Minus public order. That's not going to work for me. Here, we're going to throw Xu Huang in. And we want big industry base, so that is going to be Dong. There we go. Done. Right, that's all of that sorted out on the old family tree. Of course, Cao Ang is dead. We have Cao Pi, Cao Zhang, and Cao Zhi. They're going to take a few years to come of age, as you can see. But there we go. That sorted a few things out. I think what else we're going to do is quickly arrange some trade agreements. So, we have so many things to choose from here. Sun Ce is useful to have a trade agreement with, just to negate any potential threat coming from him. We have Lady Wu. No, thank you. You can pay for the pleasure. There we go. That'll do. That'll do just fine. That'll do just fine. We definitely want Chen Dong as our ally. Do you have any ancillaries we can steal? Okay. What you got? You got Master Craftsman. How much? 7. If I was to give you this pile of pap, will we -3? If I made some payments, this is early game. There we go. That'll do the trick. That's going to keep him and this alliance going a little bit longer because he's a little bit dodgy. I always like to do it with my vassals as well. Not super fast if you can't pay me because you're my vassal anyway. And final trade agreement. We want Zhang Lu? Do we want Li Shu? Do we want Wu Jing? Li Shu is a potential threat. Zhang Lu is a potential threat. I think we want to keep Zhang Lu under control. Li Shu is a vassal of Sun Ce, so we should be able to hold that off just with Sun Ce himself. As far as creating vassals go, we could potentially bring in Han Sui and Xu Jiao in the future, as you can see here, but it's pretty much a no deal. Non-aggression, I think we are going to flog some non-aggressions as well. Just because we can. Go on, you can throw me some money. This is going to pay for what I've done with Qingdong. Come on, tiny bit. Oh, just too much down. That'll do. That's a lot of money coming in per turn. I like that. Non-aggression with Han Sui. You don't have any money. You're miles away. There's no real point with that. Sun Ce, we can flog military access to potentially in the future. Potentially. As far as peace goes, Zhenjiang is close enough to it. We don't need to worry too much. Ancillaries gained. Right. Sorting out some ancillaries now. So, administrator, you, here, income from industry, boom. That's going to make us a chunk of cash. As far as ancillaries goes, we've got cunning and instinct. Okay. Well, as far as instinct, here, take. And as far as cunning goes, I'm actually going to give this to Chongyu rather than Xunyu. Chongyu is our actual top tier battlefield strategist as things stand in the game. Not in real life, of course, though he was one of the top tier battlefield strategists. But Guojia and Xunyu were above him. But in the game with his setup here, he is our best. So we're going to give it to him just to stat him out. Anything here that I want to give out? Not really. I'm tempted. Do we give the nice shiny horse to Xiahou Yuan? Or do we give the nice shiny horse to a monster like Xu Huang? Or do we give it to Zhang Liao? Or do we keep hold of it because we know we're going to capture Guan Yu in a second? Ooh, the choices, the choices. Anyway, I think whatever happens here, we need to bounce in here and smash our boy. So, recruitment wise, where is Shu Chu? Shu Chu, get yourself in here. You're needed. We don't want you. We want some. Ooh, I definitely don't want the Qingzhou spears. They're not as good. We want some of these guys. Crossbows, archers. I think we could probably do with another set of archers. I'm going to switch these guys for cav later. I'm not going to do anything like that now. I think we'll save the money we have easily enough. Let's go and attack. Let's get into this battle. So, baby's first battle. It says a decisive victory. We have a 100% chance of capture because we are, working on a storyline here. I'm going to fight a night battle just to make life easy, and yeah, I'll see you in the fight. Okie dokie, so here we are. The fact that my troops are not fully kitted out is not a problem. Like these 49 people here, whatever, that's not an issue at all. We're going to shove our Qingzhou halberds right there. Behind, we're going to have our archers. I'm going to have a flanking force here and here. I'm going to stick you boys just in front there and there. Behind, we will have our crossbows. On the flanks, they pack one hell of a punch now. The crossbows, they're back to their best. Cao Cao will lead the cav from over here. Choo Choo is in the middle, and I think that's... yes, I forgot the trebuchet, the most important thing. Trebuchet to attract them onto us. Fantastic, and I think that's that. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the preview, let's take a quick look at my troops just beforehand. Here we have the new tiger cubs. They're basically tiger and leopard infantry with sabers rather than spears. You can see, for comparison, here are the heavy. They look very, very similar. These are medium armor. You can see they move really quickly. 78. They do have Cao Cao's bonuses for speed and everything else, but 78 for the heavy tiger and leopard, 94 for the tiger cubs. They're much more melee oriented. Now, the tiger and leopard are pretty good in melee anyway, but now you can smash in with your tiger and leopards and then leave the tiger cubs behind to mop up. It's seriously good. Over on this side, we have our yellow turban Qingzhou forces. These are the yellow turbans who surrendered to Cao Cao and became part of his forces. They were unruly. They have bad morale in this game, which is historically accurate. They look like yellow turbans. They have very long pike G. Yeah, they're not bad, to be honest. They're not bad. These guys, however, I'm really impressed with. These fit my fighting style perfectly. I love the little bells they have on the G as well. One-handed G, a bit like Dian Wei, who of course is dead by this stage, unfortunately. A little bit extra armor, nice shield. They have a really good charge. These guys are better than Axeband early game. I'm so impressed with them. And yeah, that's it for our cool new troops in this battle. Let's begin. So, start chucking your stuff. We need to keep Xunyu. Xunyu has this Stifling Deluge, which is going to keep Guan Yu under control. We have our monster here, who can also keep Guan Yu under control. These boys are going to go very, very wide. We could bring him in just to, boost everything, but it's not necessary. Moves so quickly, 144 compared to like 121 or 97, so fast. I use 97 as well, so he's dead if, well, we don't, he's going to be captured, but he's in trouble. He can't run away. These guys are already wobbling. They're militia. This is Guan Yu will be fine, but the militia are going to struggle. It's a night battle. We want to break them very, very quickly, minimize our losses because we've got Liu Bei's main force coming at us. There we go. Throw some rocks in. How are you doing? 35. That's pathetic. And this is why Xunyu is not the best option. You want someone with fire, or at least closer to having fire arrows or flaming shot. He just doesn't have that going for him. He is built as an administrator, which is perfectly accurate. That's exactly what he should be. He is the director of the secretariat at the capital. He is not a battlefield strategist. He might be very good at grand strategy, but this is not his thing. Not to say he didn't take part in battles, because of course he did, and he very famously held against Lu Bu, never surrendered against Lu Bu, but this is not what he is good at. This is not what he should be doing. Chase, boys, chase. Chase, chase, chase. Go, 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 go. Chop them up, chop them up. Go on. In. Come forward. Arrows. Go crazy. Smash his skull in. bang. It's going to be difficult for Guan Yu. Guan Yu hits like a truck. Shu hits like a bigger truck. There we go. Gank him, boys. You're going to advance over here. You're staying close. Very, very nice. Cav in there. Go on, Cao Cao. You've got them by yourself. Go on, cavalry. Chop, chop, chop. Forward. Forward. Go. See, he's dropping so quickly. You might need to just slide a little bit out of there. Yeah. I've always said Shu is better than Guan Yu, and I stand by it. No, you boys chase them. You boys come here. Smash. Good. Sorted. I don't think they need the help. You can chase them. Alright. Well done, lads. You're going to run off this way. You boys, you're going to come down here and chase them. You are going to chase. Off you trot. You've done a cracking job. Go in here, finish these guys. And we will speed it up. We are absolutely mauling them. They don't stand a chance. Decent archers. Gonna just chase him down for the kills as best we can. Shu's chasing. You boys, you don't need to be there anymore. You can turn around and go back that way. Can you... Wait. Hunt. Hunt in packs. Yeah, we just want to get maximum kills so that we can upgrade our troops as best we can. These two Qingzhou halberds, I am actually going to switch out for more cavalry in this force at a later date. How many of them surviving? 16. Come over here, you'll get more kills. 16 there. Come over here, you'll get more kills. These guys are in lots and lots and lots of trouble. Shu is going to kill, maim, and destroy. How are you doing here? Go on. Go forward, man. Go forward. Chase them down. Chase them down, chase them down, chase them down. And we'll just give him a minute more killing. See if we can get this unit down to a decent level. He's got 182. You've only got 82. You've got 316. Well, you'll catch up some here. Would you get 85? 22. Archers. Not bad. Not a big force. They got 160. That's pretty good. 30, 19. None, of course. 57, 31. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Come on. Just want these heavy tiger and leopard cavalry to get some decent kills so that they might potentially level up. Oh, they are smashing through here. It's always worth doing this in Baby's first battle because it's always a gimme. You can see we've barely lost any men. This unit got hit by Guan Yu, which is why they took a little bit of a pounding, but no one else really lost anyone significant that we couldn't replenish straight after this battle. 21, there we go, that's close enough. Decisive victory, of course. 317 kills. They're so fast. Heavy tiger and leopard, they're not really good for chasing. They're much better shock. But in a battle like this, you know, they run them down. 64 for Guan Yu. And that's pretty much all they did. Nicely done. Lost Imperial favor, of course. This is the new mechanic because we attacked a Han faction. This is something we are going to have to deal with. Now, character captured. We have the choice. Do we execute him and get the Green Dragon Crescent Blade? Do we just release him, or do we employ him? I am going to employ him because I want to follow the story here. I know when I was doing the preview, everyone was saying, execute him, execute him, execute him to get the blade. I think it'd be quite interesting to follow the story with this. We know what's going to happen. Now, what I'm not going to do, and I know people will suggest it, is employ him, steal his shit, and kick him out. I'm not going to do that. I don't do that with Lu Bu. I'm not going to do it with Guan Yu either. We will employ him. The question or not is whether or not we give him red hair. Now that I would like your comments in the comment section for. We're going to take the replenishment. Battle of Guan Yu, we've got 1,000. Glorious victory. This is just the beginning, a cautious tactical beginning. From here I must continue to consolidate and expand. Future victory will only come through careful strategy. So we have that. We are going to continue advancing. We can do nothing else. So we shall continue advancing to Shapi. we have an army that is capable of taking it, even if Liu Bei comes to support. Now, I did say I was going to recruit some people in and around this area. So, who do we want here? Do we want Mao Jie? Mao Jie is a pretty solid character in his own right. Question is, can he fight? He can. He can fight. So, let's have... We want Jiashu. We know that Jiashu is good. Jiashu doesn't have that. What about Guojia? Nor does Guojia. Interesting. Go on. I think in this one, we're going to have Mao Jie. In you come. And what I'm going to do is... I want 2 more of those. I'm going to swap these ones out as well. I know it's early days and the Arch Militia are absolutely fine. But I'm going to swap them out anyway. We're going to have a force there, and we could do with a sentinel. Of course, I have a sentinel. I have a really good sentinel. What do we think? There we go, boys. There. See if Gongdu can take that. I don't think you need those chaps though, so I'm going to switch for. Ooh. Now this is interesting. I'm going to switch for these. Let's have some line troops. Some line troops there to hold. We have some shock. We have some shock. So they'll be there to hold. Over here, we need a cavalry commander. We have Du Ji, but that's about Yang Biao. We have Yang Biao, don't we? Anyway, decisions. I'm going to make some more plays up here. So in the next episode, you're going to see what we do here. I'm tempted to throw in Yang Biao in here or Wang Lang. They both will command cavalry quite nicely for us. Lady Bien as well. Du Ji, like I said, Du Ji is going to come in up here to support here. And I'll have another strategist go up there. Possibly we'll have Jia Xu go up. Possibly we'll have, where is he? Zhang Ji. Go in there now. Well, no, he can't go in there now. We need to take ground. But yeah, when we take the ground over here, I'm going to rearrange this army, but we can't afford to do it just yet. We need to deal with the problems first. We still have money to play with as well, and we've got a decent amount of money coming in. We haven't even touched on the schemes and everything else. All of that's going to happen in the next one. I will see you then. Bye-bye.